Earlier today, I posted a screenshot of my Basecamp, and the structure of it is exactly the same structure that I use for everything, for my filing, for my things, for my Apple Notes. And the three sections are actually quite simple. It's work, which is client work, stuff that I'm doing for clients. Business, which is obvious, all my business stuff are in there, my CRM is in there, etc. And personal, i.e. personal projects. Now, I did use things for my projects, and I do use Apple Notes for everything. So I won't be moving anything over, but I found things not to be perfect for the things that I want to do. So personal projects, things like I want to do stuff with my truck, I want to go on holiday and I need to get things done. I think I'll probably move over to Basecamp. The thing with Basecamp, and this is kind of continuation from yesterday's video about, you'll go and watch yesterday's video, but people make things complicated. Software is complicated. Some software are way more complicated than others. Now, Basecamp being so incredibly simple, and this is the issue I had with Basecamp before I used it years ago, was I never understood it. I was like, well, this is a blank sheet of paper. It doesn't do anything. What's going on? Where are my tags? Where's this? Where's that? And being a tech minimalist, I realized that it was actually perfect because it doesn't confuse me as to what I'm doing when I open up that blank sheet of paper. So I'm going to start using Basecamp more in my personal life kind of thing, because I use Basecamp for all my client work and client collaborations and stuff. I don't use it as much as I should for my business side of things. I kind of use Apple Notes for that. And things was kind of my personal stuff. So I will probably still use things for stupid little things. I use reminders for, hey Siri, remind me to take the drinks out of the freezer. I still use that for that. But I think I'm going to use Basecamp for a lot more than just client work, because it is so freaking simple, like what you can do with it. And you shouldn't overcomplicate that. And I've seen so many Basecamp, I would call it dashboards, they're home pages, and they're so complicated and they've got so many things going on, and I basically go in there and simplify it, just like you get rid of 90% of this stuff because you don't need it. Because those people have come from other apps like Monday and ClickUp and Notion. So they've got that mentality of, I need this for it to work. And then they get frustrated because Basecamp doesn't do it, but you don't need it. Again, depending on the kind of work you do. I work with individuals, professionals, and small businesses, and it's absolutely ideal for them. Now, there are companies that are much larger that still use Basecamp, but generally they're in departments rather than the whole company, depending on how big that company is. But yeah, don't overcomplicate Basecamp. And if you're interested in using Basecamp, let me know and I can help you out. But go and have a look at it and rethink the way you're working with your current tool, and start again with Basecamp rather than bringing in all of that stuff that you used to do, because you don't need to do it in Basecamp.